and I are back with another news update. I know I said I wasn't going to do a bunch of videos in a row, but much less two in one day. I was not expecting there to be a large delay for Beyond Light, which was just announced this afternoon, along with a kind of emergency TWAB that was going deeper into the situation. The long and short of it is that Beyond Light, the fall expansion, which is supposed to come out September 22nd, has been delayed until November 10th. So almost 2 full months, which is not great. While we see games delayed all the time, Destiny's a little different because Destiny has been operating on this rotating seasonal model where they're on very fixed timelines with seasons that are very fixed lengths, and they always release something in September. What's happening is probably I'd say like 95% due to COVID and everyone working from home, and then maybe some additional complexities like having to make an entirely new elemental damage type, which is complicated, I hear. So we're in this situation now, and it hurts. I'm not gonna lie, it's gonna be pretty rough for that extra amount of time. Seasons already kind of lag a little bit at the end. But to add on, I think like 50 days extra is going to be making all of us feel like Evie in the background there, just kind of sad and depressed and waiting for more stuff to do. I can't fault Bungie for it. This is a kind of impossible situation. I'm frankly amazed more stuff hasn't been delayed or pushed back because of the whole COVID situation, which has essentially been going on the entire year and hit Seattle the hardest, where Bungie's located, right off the bat. And I think we just are going to have to cut them some slack and just deal with it. I'm hearing some people push back about like, oh, well, I hope Bungie's got something big in store, like to make up for this, or like, can they like move Volta Glass and like give us that in the fall instead? Guys, no, they're not going to do any of that. They need the extra time to work on Beyond Light. They can't just like do more stuff or like double the content of this season to fill the extra space. So there's probably a couple options here, and then we got some info from the TWAB. I'm a little worried they're going to take the current season and just kind of stretch it. Like if the one quest was supposed to be done every 2 weeks, maybe it's every 3 weeks instead. Like there's an update for evacuation. I don't love that. I'd rather just kind of get things done on the original schedule and then move on from there. I would be okay, I guess, just kind of taking some time off in the fall. There's going to be other games out. The Avengers loot-based game comes out in September, which I'm looking forward to playing, and there's a bunch of others. So I wouldn't mind some time off. The one thing we do know for sure is that Festival of the Lost is going to be a part of Season of Arrivals now. It would have been part of the season of whatever Beyond Light is going to be. But it's Halloween. That's always going to be in October. I don't know if we're heading back to the spooky forest or we're doing something else, but that is going on for essentially the whole month of October and a little bit into November, according to the new roadmap, and that will end right before Beyond Light. It's also not a great situation because we have Cyberpunk and Assassin's Creed Valhalla coming out within a week, 10 days of November 10th. I still kind of have a gut feeling Cyberpunk might get delayed again, because that game is massive, does not come across as like super done and polished to me yet in what I've seen from it, and it's already been delayed twice, so I would not be shocked between that and the COVID stuff to see it delayed again. I guess we can't bank on that. The other thing is that the new consoles are almost certainly going to be out in November, because that's just when consoles come out. I saw some people being like, oh, are they doing this to tie this into the launch of PS5 or Xbox Series X? Like, do they want to be a launch game for those? I asked them, and they said, no, this has nothing to do with new consoles. It's nothing about that. It will obviously scoot it closer to that, and it could even be, within a week or so of when those consoles launch. But that's not like why this is happening. It's pretty much just they need more time. COVID is a problem and making things worse, and we got to deal with it. I think this is going to be, for the Destiny community that always wants to be engaged, this is going to be hard. And people are going to get bored. I would just ask that people have a little bit of patience here and not expect the world in terms of the dead time. Like, they're going to add stuff that they can, but I'm not expecting anything huge. I am kind of hoping that maybe they decide to do some like big loot based events, which they don't normally do. In the TWAB, there's something about like increased valor, increased infamy, whatever, and then increased redacted. So I am wondering what that could be, if that could be some sort of new fun incentive they're doing, like double nightfall drops, something cool like that we haven't really seen before, except if it's a bug. Again, I'm not going to get my hopes up too much. I might have a post naming some suggestions for maybe what kind of things they could do, but keep your expectations in check. Just we'll learn more about this as time goes on, and we'll get more information about the new season. But this is either going to result in the current roadmap being stretched really thin, or just a lot of dead time at the end. So it's bad. We got to deal with it, but I'm sure Bungie feels worse about it. So just don't give them a hard time, and we'll live. It's fine. All right, we'll see you guys later. Evie has been here for this entire video. I'm sure that will make the likes and subscribes go way up if she wasn't just the most distracting Korg on the planet, and everyone's just looking at her instead of listening to anything I was saying, and I wouldn't blame you. All right, 2 videos in one day. This is definitely not going to be regular, but just wanted to talk about this a little bit. All right, see ya.